Whakarongo ake ai au ki te tangi a te manu nei, a te mā tui, 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 tui a. Tui ai runga, tui ai raro, tui ai waho, tui ai roto, tui ai te here tangata. Ka rongo te pō, ka rongo te ao. Tui ai te moka tangata i takea mai, Hawaii ki nui, Hawaii ki roa. Hawaii ki pāmama o te hono ki wairua ki te whae ao, ki te ao marama. Ti he mauri ora. E ngā waka, e ngā reo, e ngā mana, e ngā kārangatanga maha. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou. Nei rā te mihi atu ki a koutou, kua tae a tinana mai i tēnei wā, mo te whakahōnore o ngā ākonga o te whare wānanga o Waitaha. Nō reira e te whā e ngā whānau, kua tae mai i ngā hau e whā, piki mai, kake mai, nau mai, hara mai, hara mai, hara mai. Me huri au ki te mihi atu, ki te mana whenua, ngai tu āhuriri, kua huakina mai, te tatau, o te iwi, a e kuhuna mai mātou. Kia ngai tahu mana nui, ngai tahu rongo nui, nei hoki te mihi atu ki a koutou. My role is to greet you and to welcome you to this very special occasion, the University of Canterbury. I just want to refer very briefly to the tau parapara, or the introductory chant. Whakarongo ake ai au ki te tangi a te manu nei. In that chant was a reference to the melodic sound of the bird, a reference to our kinship with nature. There was a reference to Hawaii ki nui, Hawaii ki roa, Hawaii ki pāmama. That reminds us of the past, and without it, there would be no present or future. And te here tangata was referred to in that tau parapara, and that is about people, about humankind. So we have kinship with nature, the past and the present, and humankind. Nō reira, rauranga tira mā, kua tae mai nei I tēnei wā ka nui te mihi atu ki a koutou. I then acknowledged the mana whenua, ngai tu āhuriri. And I said, kua huakina mai, te tatau. They have opened the door for all of us, and we have entered. And then to Ngai Tahu, the great tribe of the south. And at this point, ka mihi ki a koe e te rangatira, Sir Mark Solomon. Kōrua, ko rānui, nei te mihi atu ki a kōrua. Hoi anō ka hore he kūmea ro tēnei kōrero. I have not too much more to say, except what a wonderful occasion and what a privilege it is for me and for all of us here to welcome you here today. And a final ritual about 3 signposts in life, and that it will bring us back to knowledge and mātauranga. Ka paua te pautua tahi ko te ao me o nā mea katoa. Ka paua te pautua rua ko te tangata hei kaitiaki o te ao. Ka paua te pautua toru ko te mātauranga, te pūtake o te tangata. Te pou tuatahi, the first signpost, the world and all living things. Te pou tuarua, the second signpost, people guardians of the world. Te pou tuatoru, the third signpost, was about mātauranga, mana mātauranga, about knowledge, the quintessence of intellectual endeavour to bring about clarity, creativity, understanding, and a good life. Nō rei rā, kaore kumea te kōrero. Ko tēnei he tū whakahōnore ki te mihi atu ki a koutou. Kua tai atinana mai I tēnei wā, mo te whakahōnore o ngā akonga o te whare wānanga o Waitaha. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
Manu tiria, manu tiria, manu weria, ki te poko o te raka, katau rere, katau e te uri, e tau e koia, 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 taureki ki mai a Māori, he ngara ki te watu, e te waru e tau e koia, koia.
Ka tangi te titi, ka tangi te kaka, ka tangi hoki aho, tihei moriora. Ro rangatira mā, no mai, piki mai, haere mai ki te whare wānanga o Waitaha. No reira, tēnā koutou, kia ora tātou katoa. I welcome you to the University of Canterbury and invite all present to stand, remove trenchers, and join in singing the Māori and English versions of the first verse of the national anthem, as in your program and as displayed on the screens behind me.
Oh
Please be seated. It is a pleasure for me to welcome you to this University of Canterbury graduation ceremony as I begin a third year as your elected Chancellor. I can report to you that the university is in good heart, and that without underestimating the challenges yet to come, we can all breathe a little easier this Christmas and New Year. Since the devastating earthquakes of 2010 and 2011, the university has delivered 3 complete academic years of teaching and research, graduating our students in record numbers. Some of you graduating today will have enrolled at UC before September 2010. Others will have joined us since February 2011. And significant numbers of you, I would assess the clear majority of you, are of a cohort which has, in its time here, known nothing but natural disaster and its consequences. Whatever your individual path to today, the experience of those years and that time makes you very special and will distinguish you for life. You chose to come, and you chose to stay with us and tough it out. The university, in response, at times under the most difficult of personal and professional circumstances, redoubled its efforts to honour the commitment it had entered into with you. The outcome is that there will always be an aura about the graduating class of 2013. You and your cohort will go down in the long and distinguished annals of this institution as perhaps the greatest we have ever known for resilience, courage, and determination, and at the same time, compassion, caring for each other, and caring for the wider community. I talked at this time last year about the university being well set on the path to recovery, compounding its hopes for a better and brighter future. We had come to the realisation that self-help, no matter how effective, would not be enough to secure that future. What we did need was sufficient support and new investment to enable us to regain control of our own destiny. We were accordingly relieved and delighted that in October, after nearly 2 years' engagement with the government as our principal stakeholder, the Prime Minister and his colleagues were able to come to Ireland and confirm Cabinet's decision to invest up to $260 million for new and upgraded facilities in science and engineering, and an up to 5-year commitment to pay our student achievement component at previously contracted levels. We have been given the tools and now can get on with the jobs in hand. We're in a position to create facilities which will be modern, flexible, and comparable to international best practice. Driving off these strengths should also enable us to develop the internal capacity going forward to remain the comprehensive university we have always been, with internationally rated strengths across the range of academic disciplines, including notably from my personal perspective, through my intellectual training and a lifetime's practice in them, the liberal arts. This outcome will lend new vigour and stimulus not only to the University of Canterbury, but to our city and region, and will significantly benefit the nation itself. So much for the future. Now is the time for celebration and congratulations to our graduands. It is time to acknowledge their talents, their commitment to the goals they set themselves, the disciplines they imposed upon themselves, in many cases years ago. This is the time to celebrate not only their hard work, but also their resilience, because winning a university qualification never comes easily. This is an occasion our graduands will remember for the rest of their lives. I hope that from time to time they recall not just today's triumph, but also the setbacks, disappointments and doubts they encountered and had to overcome along the way to be able to be here, ready to graduate today. Our admiration goes out to those graduands who found ways to manage the challenges of our recent everyday life here in Canterbury, added to that of balancing the competing demands of study, family life, and a working career. Multifunctionalism seems an entirely inadequate descriptor of their achievement. We especially acknowledge those for whom entering university once seemed a daunting prospect, something out of reach, an impossible dream. This might have been because of a disability, because they'd tried already and failed, because they had not studied in many years, because English was not their first language, or simply because they were the first down all the centuries and generations of their family to have both the desire and the opportunity to go to university. I was once one of those, and I know that many of you are too. It is a time as well to acknowledge and thank the two most important groups who have contributed so much to the success of those graduating today. The university faculty, those lecturers, tutors and support staff who gave so freely of their knowledge, time, advice and assistance. And those family members, whānau and friends who supported them. The ones who offered practical help and encouragement in times of stress and anxiety. They were all critical to your eventual success. Let us note as a community and as a nation how much we will benefit from the achievements and futures of our graduands. They have the greatest potential to make a difference. They will bring with them knowledge of the latest research and developments in their field. They take with them the ability to reason on a higher intellectual plane. And as they depart, they leave with us the electric charge of their success, which is critical to the continual reinvention of the university. Many will become leaders in their professions. All will work in the service of humanity. Many will go beyond our shores. I know that wherever they choose to work and settle, they will use their new skills to contribute to the making of a better world. Wherever they live and work, today's graduates will be University of Canterbury alumni. They will remain family. They will be part of our worldwide community of scholars, well in excess of 100,000 strong, which also forms a global support network. We look forward to maintaining contact with them for life and to welcoming them back home whenever they choose to come. It is time now for me to say the words which, under law, give effect to the highlight of our celebration. As each of our graduands comes forward, let us call to mind their work, their commitment and the determination which have led to this, their special moment. I now convene a ceremony of the University of Canterbury for the conferment of degrees and the receipt of diplomas. In the name of the University of Canterbury, I, Lionel John Wood, Chancellor, now confer degrees in this university upon those who are about to be presented. I call upon the Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Rod Carr, to introduce those who will present the graduands.
I call upon the Dean of Postgraduate Research, Professor Lucy Johnston, to present the doctoral graduands.
Sir, I have the honour to present these graduands for the conferment of degrees. Betsy Aline Arrington-Zhao in Higher Education. Tabitha Gwendolyn Dixon in Education. Simon Matthew Fryer in Education. Emma Lynn Goodall in Education. Amir Sadei in Education. Tanya Leanne Malina Samu Niwent in Education. Christoph Maria Teachers in Education. Stuart Leslie Wise in Education. Alice Wong Soo Chu in Education.
I call upon the Associate Dean Postgraduate Studies in the College of Education, Professor Unenka Greenwood, to present the graduands in the Faculty of Education.
Sir, I have the honour to present these graduates for the conferment of degrees and the receipt of diplomas. Masters of Education with First-Class Honours. Adrian Margaret Bonish. Maria Irene Dunn. Leslie Ann McLaughlin. Leslie Murray. Carla Patrice Smith. Sally Ann Unwin. Andrew John Winchester. Masters of Education with Second-Class Honours, Division 1. Huhana Suzanne Louise Carter. Christopher Stoddard. Sarah Miriam Tiplady. Masters of Education with Second Class Honours Division 2, Carl John Burr. Robin Maureen Cave. Karen Helen Collins. Catherine Mary Helen Tozer. Master of Education, Tracy Lee Jennett. Master of Teaching and Learning with Distinction, Lee Hannah Margaret Herford. Master of Teaching and Learning, Megan Nicole Murray. Masters of Health Sciences with First Class Honours, Alexandra Vladimirova Gesteva. Robin Margaret Johnson. Master of Health Sciences, Denise Linda Van Alst. Postgraduate diplomas in education with distinction, Sarah Jane Cumming. Melanie Joan Landstrom. Anna Jean Niles. Diana Elise Sterling. Mele Tangiaso. Sandra Tracy Whipp. Postgraduate Diploma in Education, Kaylee Maria Ashford. Laura Elizabeth Dunlop. Rachel Wendy Hoskins. Sarah Ann Halima. Michael Murray. Antoinette Michelle O'Neill. Melissa Fa'ato Pope. Alistair Lachlan Sim. Tufalasi Taleni. Postgraduate Diploma in Specialist Teaching with Distinction, Christelle Corrine Broderick. Charlene Linley Clark Va'ailoa. Vivita Radakua Matebaluvi Rabo. Vicky Jane Sharman, Darcy Ann Wilson, Postgraduate Diploma in Specialist Teaching, Kylie Jane Dowds, Anne-Marie James, Sunanda Ronell, Kirsty Ann McLeod, Joanna Margaret Robinson, Angela Maria Tate, Samantha Jane Warland, Catherine Marie Wellen, Robin Isabel Harris, Bachelor of Teaching and Learning with First Class Honours, Sarah Jane Gagliardi, Samantha Lucy Priccolo, Amy Louise Sinclair, Bachelor of Teaching and Learning with Second Class Honours Division 1, Shani Anna Kororia Henry, Danielle Haley Stewart, Bachelor of Teaching and Learning with Second Class Honours Division 2, Anna Elizabeth Duncan, Jessica K. Hobbs, Jessica Dana Klassen, Bachelor of Teaching and Learning Primary, Jessica Alice Acourt, Natasha Grace Alexander, Anna Margaret Alfano, Abby Jane Amohanga, Rosalind Patricia Archbold, Georgia Alexandra Ashworth, Nicole Jane Baxter, Karen Marie Belt, Bridget Siobhan Blackwood, Helen Julie Bonis, Deborah Ann Bolt, Linda Marie Bruce, Monique Marie Bullion, Emma Louise Burgess, Nathan David Chilton, Sonia Lynn Creedy, Lucy Anna Den, Philippa Ann Doreen, Cameron James Duncraft. Karen Marie Easterbrook. Gabrielle Leah Fry. Dane Lee Gardner. Carolyn Mary Garner. Olivia Ann Gill. Melissa Adele Grant. Hollyanne Greenwood. Laurie Joan Hasty. Sarah Jane Hamilton. Gillian Marie Heaps. Donald James Hilson. Julia Anna Henrichs. Hannah Elizabeth Horgan. Kristen Lisa Jameson Goff. Cassandra Jordan. Junie Jung. Anna Louise Kahika. Mackenzie Katrina Kane. Jocelyn Margaret Kennard. Kimberly Ray Kensington. Tasha Lee King. Alice Rachel Costa. Sophie Anna Lang. Victoria Rose Allen Lawrence. Marie Elizabeth Lawson. Joanna Ruo Chung Ling. Nicole Michelle McDonald. Emma Margaret Mackenzie. Jacqueline Rochelle Mackey. Rosemary Kate Maguire. Emily Louisa Mellon. Melissa Deborah Mangan. Catherine Elva Pamela Melody Mason. Anna Jane McBreen. Annabelle Jane McCormick. Anna Jane McCobury. Juliet Grace McKelvey. Samantha Laura McKinnon. Elise Renee McLellan. Casey Ann May McPherson. Cheryl Ann Miller. Hannah Lucy Minty. Lydia Ann Mushkamp. Jeremiah Malcolm Lawrence Nichols. Michaela Jane Nolan. Louise Ann Nualalita. Caroline Orchard. Amanda Louise O'Sullivan. Kendall Marie Page. Helena Jane Payton. Marita Pelenato. Kelsey May Pitcher. Seema Prakash. Hannah Jo Quick. Kate Adair Radcliffe. Paula Dora Redmond. Hannah Allen Soul. Tabitha Sharp. Jenny Schmidley. Caitlin Lee Schofield. Jody Patricia Shriek. Linda Annette Selwood. Jared Blaine Skelton. Victoria Louise Smith. Anna Heather Allison Smythe. Kelly Marie Sullivan. Rebecca Elizabeth Talbot. Moana Charlotte Tawiri. Kelsey Margaret Taylor. Dylan James Turnbull. Lydia Emily Vickers. Lisa Louise Walker. Louise Ailsa Waring. Tracy Jessica Waring. Caitlin Marie Whitaker. Nicholas J. White. Leona Mema Whittington. Selene Jane Veliama Williams. Shannon Nicole Wilson. Emily Elizabeth Wright. Lucy Elizabeth Yates. Bachelor of Teaching and Learning, Early Childhood, Rosie Anegaguli. Megan Frances Arps. Sandra Louise Bamford. Olivia Frances Barnett. Alicia Jane Barrington. Patrick Neil Barry. Michaela Rose Birchfield. Jennifer Ann MacArthur Bolwell. Adriana Claire Boswell. Sophie Beatrice Breers. Leanne Margaret Broadhurst. Larissa Elizabeth Cadman. Ashley Cherie Maria Carrington. Renee Dawn Cook. Nicola Ann Cohen. Megan Valerie Cox. Joella Brooke Cullen. Mika Elizabeth DeOng. Chanel Lee DeShott. Malu Dinbar.
Good morning. Hamish Cochrane, Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academic. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the musical performance. Lydia Muschamp has recently returned from a North American tour with the internationally recognised New Zealand Youth Choir. She is also a current member of the Canterbury University Chamber Choir Consortia and is a vocal tutor for the junior choir of the Christchurch School's Musical Festival. She will be singing two waiata. The first, He Honore, a prayer based on the Bible verse Luke 2:14, glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace and goodwill toward men. This will then be followed by Wairua Tapu, a blessing about embracing the Holy Spirit and teaching us to hold firmly to what is right, which will be accompanied with New Zealand Sign Language. I'd also like to note that Lydia has graduated today with a Bachelor of Teaching and Learning in Primary. Thank you.
kororia mga rongo ki te whenua whakaro pai e ki ngā tangata katoa ake 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 amine te atua te piringa tōku oranga he honore he kororia mga rongo ki te whenua whakaro pai e ki ngā tangata katoa ake 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 amine te atua te piringa tōku oranga. Wairoa tapu tamairo, wairoa tapu mairunga, uhia mai ngā tanga pai, ho mai tāroa. Wairoa tapu tamairo, wairoa tapu mairunga, uhia mai ngā tanga pai, ho mai tāroa. Wahia kia tika, a kona maira kia uki te pai, ho roia kia matonura, mohu te tino karoria. Wairoa tapu tamairo, wairoa tapu mairunga, uhia mai ngā tanga pai, ho mai tāroa. Wahia kia tika, a kona maira kia uki te pai, ko roia kia matonura, mohu te tino karoria. Wairoa tapu tamairo, wairoa tapu tamairo, wairoa tapu tamairo. Amine. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Lydia. It's very special. I would now like to call upon the Dean of the Faculty of Education to present the graduands in her faculty, Dr. Julie Matthew.
Sir, I have the honour to present these graduands for the conferment of degrees and for the receipt of diplomas and certificates. Bachelors of Teaching and Learning, Early Childhood. Jenna Marie Ethorn. Kate Joanne Elliott. Danielle Michael Fletcher. Vanessa Fleury. Kirsten Angela Forster. Jane Louise Francis. Sarah Catherine French. Holly Ann Furs. Brenna Claire Gamperley. Ashley May Gargiulo. Maria Laura Claire Gibney. Ali Laura Goldbranson. Rebecca Kaylee Hammond. Lisa Marie Hansen. Abigail Rose Harris. Chantal Louise Haslett Jenkins. Yvonne Anne Maria Heatherton. Gemma Kylie Hodson. Rachel Elizabeth Horn. Emma Louise Hulls. Laura J. Hutchins. Elizabeth Ann Cadell. Chanel Louise Keeley. Soa Kim. Margot Allison King. Sophie Alice Ivana King. Nora Fa'amalea Lapaila. Cindy Lynn. Julie Ann Long. Tammy Melissa Luxford. My Mighty Maliamu. Nicole Marie McCauley. Jackie Ann McCone. Kirsty Jane Merritt. Caitlin Miller. Emma Ashley Morland. Kyla Eve Murphy. Erin Marie Nogat. Gabrielle Rose O'Brien. Lauren Elizabeth O'Connor. Juliette Danielle O'Neill. Diana Louise Perry. Virginia May Preston Hunter. Rosa Chantel Reed. Lisa Michelle Reynolds. Hayley Renee Rush. Elizabeth Mercy Russell. Kate Elizabeth Searles. Bonnie Caroline Winifred Shaw. Hannah Alice Sheehan. Jessica Jeannie Syme Stishman. Georgina Leanne Stevens. Celia Marie Stewart. Anita Carol Stoll. Kim Leanne Tallett. Abby Jo Dephoff Trewavis. Zoe Isabel Truman Hunt. Hayley Marie Trushell. Lyndall Cherie Ruth Turner. Ching Wen Wang. Lisa Marie Watkins. Diane Betty Williams. Jia Zhang. Bachelors of Education and Graduate Diplomas in Teaching and Learning, Secondary. Mark David Atkins. Sarah Grace Baker. Jared Christopher Coots. Isabella May Kroll Dalgray. Lucy Joanne DePass. Riley West Gain. Robert Paul Jennett. Emily Grace Hayes. Jordan Alexander Haylock. Michaela Allen Hewlett. Rosanna Kaipara Kartini. Simon Charles Keane. Devon Peter Kendall. Louis John Kimber. Isabel Mayer Nelson Will. Rachel Ann Packard. Christopher Rex Pugh. Timothy Jeremy Rees. Megan Doreen Robinson. Lucy Hannah Shearer Schultz. Benjamin Richard Sheet. Brian Catherine Stiles. Alan Martin Dennis Te Moana Nui. Rosalie Fetu Talea. Martin Owen Tutel. Reid Peter Van Kulen. Bachelor of Sport Coaching and Graduate Diploma in Teaching and Learning, Secondary. Ambrose William Leighton McNeil. Bachelors of Sport Coaching. Samuel Stephen Belkin. Garfield Evans Charles. Dylan Cassell Elliott. Christopher Benjamin Charles Evans. Edward Peter Garner. Thomas Edwin Henderson. Robert Stewart Kalinack. Chloe Aroha Morris. Michaela Norman. Matthew James Ratani. Mitchell John Rodden. Birger Ruda. Jules Tom Asher Schwalger Smith. Catherine Aroha Tamakahu. Alexander John Gregory van Schadenberg. Maya Elizabeth Winifred Vink. Oliver William Albert Wilson. Graduate diplomas in Teaching and Learning, Secondary. Lana Louise Aitchison. Jacob Vaughan Allen. Lawrence Anton Tainer Anderson. Courtney Jade Lee Andrews. Samantha Allen Batchelor. Richard William Burrows. Amy Jessica Campbell. Claudia Marcella Karina Tobar. Yi Ling Susanna Chan. Katie Louise Charles. Alice Margaret Clark. Sarah Elizabeth Cornish. Karen Denise Deck. Jonathan Matthew Eisner. Jasmine Teroperihira Elkington. Remihana Heta Bevan Hanare Emery. Shayla Marie Foster. Liuma Nali. Thomas Tuatahi Ruawai Hamilton. Sarah Catherine Hogan. Michael Forbes Clifford Hunter. James Andrew Jenkinson. Heather Margaret Lawson. Martin James Lee. Caroline Ann Lovey. Anna Linnea Dasa Lund. Joanne Elizabeth McAleer. Andrew David McMillan. Cassandra Ann Millwood. Donna Julie Moran. Stevie Jane Rona Mutu. Thariya Nassim. Tony Emily Kate Natapu. Albert Nino Faal Pisita. Tess Elizabeth Pritchard. Carrero Jesse Rogers. Shane Andrew Rose. Anthony James Sewell. Stephanie Helen C. Seymour. Nicholas Raymond Jack Cinnamon. Casey Rihanna Suter. Laura Maria Trillo. Rawdon Buchanan Wallace. Graduate diplomas in Teaching and Learning, Primary. Graham Martin Aldis. Sean Allison Barron. Tara Saib Bigelow. Wendy Margaret Booth. Casey Israel Buckley. Janelle Ann Calder. Lydia Jane Carr. Tale Melissa Cordiers. Denise Catherine Graham. Lisa Marie Grieve. Donna Cherie Harley. Fiona June Harney. James Andrew Harris. Sharon Leslie Heeman. Tessa Jane Johnson. Keshia Marie Johnson. Nicola Catherine Joshi. Therese Claire Joyce. Amelia Susan Lambourne. Portia Chantel London. Katrina Mary Marshall. Melanie Ann Morris. Lauren May Morsink. Pauline Ann Muir. Jennifer Rebecca Payne. Joanne Nicole May Richards. Michelle Petter Roundhill. Sergio Tan Ruiz. Sarah Belinda Shami. Amy Tamara Smith. Julia Sarah Smith. Caitlin Daisy Toy. Lisa Jane Ure. Joyce Van Laar. Heriki Anna Phillips Ziglado. Diploma in Teaching and Supporting People with Disabilities, Vanessa Ann Thomas. Certificate in Supporting Children's Learning, Gay Patricia Ann Robertson. Diplomas in Adult Teaching and Learning, Grace Louise Alford. Robin Levette Te Maharoa.
As Te Runga o Ngāi Tahu's chairman since 1998, Sir Mark Solomon is committed to the betterment of his iwi, the kotahitanga of all Māori, and the wider well-being of all peoples. He is a strong advocate for the Māori economy and was instrumental in setting up the Iwi Chairs Forum in 2005. He is passionate about his people and is determined to facilitate both iwi and wider Māori success by unlocking the potential of the Māori economy for the good of all. Of Ngāi Tahu and Ngāti Kuri descent, Sir Mark's contribution to his community has been diverse and significant, ranging from his roles as a school board trustee and a trustee for Takahanga Marae, to board member of the Museum of New Zealand Te Papa Tongarewa, a position he held from 2001 to 2007. Sir Mark was also an original member of the Ministry for Māori Affairs Economic Task Force established in 2009. Sir Mark attributes his wider whānau for early guidance in life, and it is this experience that has driven his passion for encouraging educational opportunities for young Māori. He believes young Māori should strive for formal training to maximise their talents and position themselves to be the best they can be. Sir Mark Solomon was recognised in the 2013 Queen's New Year Honours with a Knight Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit for his services to Māori in business. He was also named Visionary Leader of 2012 at the Deloitte and New Zealand Management Magazine National Business Awards. It is my great pleasure and distinct privilege on your behalf to invite Sir Mark Solomon to deliver today's graduation address. Sir Mark.
E ngā mana, e ngā tapu, e ngā maunga whakahi o te ao whānui, kua whakarau ika mai, tēnā rā koutou. Tēnā rā koutou I runga ngā tini ahuatanga o te wā. Ki ngā akonga, ngā kai ako, ngā kai mahi o te whariwānanga o Waitaha, ki ngā whānau, ngā hoa o ngā akonga, ki a koutou katoa kakawi o hau te whakaro me te aroha o te whānui o Ngāi Tahu. A graduation day is a great way to celebrate our shared desire to learn. It's very humbling to be invited to speak on such a special day, and I'd like to thank the organisers for the kind invitation to join you. I'd also like to pay my respects to all the graduands. You are the exemplar that we need to hold up to our children and our mokopuna. Given the importance of this day and the importance of education broadly, I'd like to take a moment to talk about the changing face of New Zealand and how this is going to affect us all. In 1951, Māori made up just 7% of our population. That increased to 14.5% in 2006. Our latest 2013 statistics state that 1 in 7 people now living in New Zealand are of Māori ethnicity. That's an increase of almost 40% in the last 22 years. The latest 2013 statistics also state that 1/3 of Māori are aged under 15 years. But the statistics also show in 2013 that 33.3% of Māori aged 15 years and over had no formal qualifications in 2013. Absolutely none. And these are the youth who will somehow need to be earning the money that pays the rest of the country's healthcare and superannuation in future years. In 2026, Māori, Pacifica and Asian will make up 42% of the population of this country. In 2050, just over 50% of all Pākehā New Zealand are on an age benefit. Whether this nation likes it or not, by 2050, the bulk of the tax-paying workforce of this nation will be Māori, Pacific Island and Asian. And it seems to me that if we wish to stay a first world nation, then the whole nation needs to lift its educational achievement. I do not believe that in the future we can stay a first world nation based on a workforce of labourers. This is not just an issue for Māori or for Pacifica. This is an issue of the nation. We had much of a hoo-ha last year when we were rated as one of the top education centres in the Western world. But that was only if you had white skin. If you had brown skin, were of Māori descent, we were 33rd in the world. If we were Pacifica, we were plus 40 in the world. This is not acceptable into today's world. We together must lift the ambitions, the achievements of our rangatahi, of our mokopuna. Things are changing in the tertiary. I'm encouraged by the latest stats. In 2013, 36,072 Māori claimed a bachelor degree or higher. That's up 56.4% from 2006. Of those, 75% had bachelor's degrees. 13.2% had postgraduate and honours degrees. 10% had masters, and 1.8% had doctorate degrees. This is a very encouraging trend, and in light of our changing demographics, it's something we need to keep working on. There is no room for complacency when it comes to education and our future. We don't have a choice. If we don't pick up the mantle and go for it, if we don't upskill our young people, again, we risk New Zealand becoming a third world nation. We need you all to be the best you can be. Education empowers people, education empowers us as a nation. And that's the message I want to impart to you all today. As you walk out of these university doors, ready to make your mark in the world, education is everything. It is our pathway to the future. And finally, to the graduates, can I pay my respects to you all for the hard work that you've put in, for the achievement that you have come here today for fruition, and can I wish you all the best on your future journey out into the big world. We need you. We need you to be talking to all of your generation and the ones coming, that education is what we all need. Kia ora tātou.
So Mark, thank you for your address. An entirely appropriate occasion. Our College of Education and the graduates today are, as you say, those who can go from here and truly make a difference to the educational aspirations and achievements of generations now and to come. It is appropriate to reflect for a moment on the extraordinary events of the last 3 years, and essentially on your behalf to acknowledge and thank the staff of the College of Education for their dedication as they confronted the challenges of their personal and professional lives. They have done an amazing job, as you have, in arriving here today, completing your studies, ready to go forth and change the world. Thank you to the staff on your behalf, and congratulations to all of you. As we bring the formal part of this ceremony to a close, let me ask that in a moment you stand while we sing Gare Amas, and then remain standing as the stage party lead the graduates from the hall. If you would stand, please.